All right, so now we have the first function is f. So we focus on that. So we have f of x is equal to x to the power of 2 plus 1. Okay, we will be substituting. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to use the color. That's the most recent. We got the green one there. And so now what we've been asked to find is f of g of x. Okay, I'm going to make all of that green so we can see. So it says f of g of x. All right. So that means I have to put g of x, and I need this whole bracket. I have to put g of x where this x is, and that goes there like that. So what is g of x? G of x is 2 take away 1. So what we are actually trying to do is to put 2 minus 1 in this space. Sorry, 2 minus x. So if 2 minus x goes here, it has to also go here. And what this will require us to do is to use binomial expansion, because if we are raising this to the power of 2, we have to multiply the 2 minus x by the 2 minus x. And the way that is done, the FOIL method says to multiply the 2, and what we'll do, let's change color so we can see this a little bit better. And I'm going to use this color here. So what this is saying is the 2 has to multiply the 2 minus x. And then we're going to put a plus sign here. And the minus x has to also multiply the 2 minus x. And so what's happening, we're saying this first number has to multiply the second number, if we just treat them as brackets. So the 2 in here have to multiply everything in here, and the minus x has to also multiply everything in there. So when we do that, that's going to make life easier, because what's going to happen is this 2 now will multiply the minus, oops, I did the wrong one. So the 2 multiplies the 2, and the 2 multiplies the minus x. Okay? Same thing's going to happen with the minus x. The minus x is going to multiply the 2, and it's going to multiply the minus x. And I need a plus sign right here. And I'm going to just go over this real quick to make sure there's no confusion. So what we are saying is this 2 has to multiply this 2, and this 2 also multiply the minus x. That's shown in the first two terms. The first two terms. And this minus x has to multiply the 2, and it has to multiply the minus x. So whenever we have two binomials multiplying each other, binomial is an expression with two terms. So if 2 terms multiply 2 terms, you can end up with 4 terms. Notice for each one of these, I have a green in the front and an orange in the back. This method is also referred to as the FOIL method. The first terms are being multiplied. The outer terms are being multiplied. The inner terms are being multiplied, and the last terms are being multiplied. This is where we get this expression called FOIL. First, outer, inner, and last. So if all of this I was saying didn't make any sense, if you could remember FOIL, first, 2 and 2, outer, 2 and minus x, inner, minus x and 2, and last, minus x and minus x. Of course, this is look like a nice bit of working just to get 4 points, but those 4 points are going to be very important to us. So 2 times 2 is going to be 4. 2 times a negative x is going to be a negative 2x. So that's going to go from there. A minus x times a 2 is going to be a minus 2x. So when the plus and the minus touch, the minus always wins. And then, of course, a negative x times a negative x is going to be a positive x to the power of 2. Okay? So we are going to collect our like terms now. Our numbers are going to be this 4 and this 1. So that's going to be 5. The x terms, minus 2x, minus 2x would be minus 4x. And then, of course, there's nothing to add with the x squared. And that is it.